FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Wednesday. We got some good content to check out today, y'all. What will happen next? There's been so much going on. We only 14 days into 2026. There's been so much going on. My boy Trizzy ramping up. He ramping up. I guess he trying to do something with Israel so they can step on Iran. I don't know. It's getting crazy. Did y'all hear about that outage, that network outage today with all the phones and all the networks went down? That was kind of crazy. Darla was good. Mike, Queen Libra. We're going to wait for a few people to fall in and we'll get started. It's a lot going on. Midwest, what up, fam? For real, for real. What's up, fam? Salute to Cali. Much love. Gervais, what up, fam? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the whole Iran situation, but it seems to me like we want to get in it. We trying to do something, so I don't know, man. It might be all a play. It might be all, like they said that I guess they was unaliving the protesters and all that stuff over there. So we got to get involved, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? They might just say anything. And that's what they probably want. They want us to get involved, you know. Help Netanyahu and Israel to step on Iran. This might be a reason too. Like, oh yeah, now y'all can just help us publicly. You don't have to hide and aid us behind closed doors. You feel me? So we gonna see, man. Solo was good. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Kind of crazy. Shane, what up, fam? Yes, Sersky. Wait for a few more people to fall in, then we'll get started. I guess we got a few people in here now. We might as well go ahead and get it rolling. I know people get the falling in once we start, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get it.
I'm not understanding right now. Why is people surprised by this? Why is this headline surprising a lot of people? So both Bill and Hillary got subpoenaed to come testify in court. And what did they do? They said, nah, they refused to do it. Why else would someone refuse to do something that they know is deemed to be right? When your face is all over the pictures that's in the documents. So one of the most powerful political couples, they called to testify and they ducked it. Telling y'all, fool. Evil. Are they afraid that when they go there, people gonna find the truth out? So as of right now, they're thinking about holding them in contempt. And I don't even know why they're thinking about it. It should happen. If they don't want to come testify, they don't want to get on that stand, they need to be in jail. But I hate keep talking about these files because at the end of the day, they're using that to play against us, fool. Every time it's another headline, what do? The Epstein files, and then they show us nothing.
Man, they got power. It's something about them. They got some power because they be obstructing justice all the time and they don't get in no trouble. Like, remember when Hillary had that whole thing with the email shit and then a whole bunch of other shit and everything. Like, they don't never face no consequences or nothing. Like how you get subpoenaed to court, then you be like, no, I ain't going or whatever. Like, anybody else, they'd come arrest us and lock our ass up. But no, they let them just do whatever they want to do. Nudie was good. Rah, what up?
All right, well, I think everyone knows by now Bill Clinton did not show up, and I think it's important to note that this subpoena was voted on in a bipartisan manner by this committee. This wasn't something that I just issued as chairman of the committee. This was voted on by the entire committee in a unanimous vote of the House Oversight Committee to subpoena former President Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary Clinton's supposed to show up tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But with respect to the former president, he did not show up today. One reason I think most Americans want President Clinton to answer some questions is because he visited the White House. Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times while Bill Clinton was president. I've been in Congress 9 years. I think I've been to the White House 9 times in 9 years. Epstein was in the White House double the amount of time that I was under one president. And then we know that Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's plane somewhere around 27 times after the presidency. So no one's accusing Bill Clinton of any wrongdoing. We just have questions, and that's why the Democrats voted along with Republicans to subpoena Bill Clinton. Not a single Democrat showed up today. Not a single Democrat. The ones that have press conferences on the Capitol steps and talk about how they're trying to get justice for the victims and all that. It just seems like they only care about questioning Republicans. And we've had a former Trump cabinet secretary, Acosta.
It's so many of them politicians that's terrified of this information getting out. They doing anything to duck this shit. Like, they do not want this all this information to get out, like the real information and people knowing what's really going on, man. They just ducking it. What's up, Elaine? How you doing?
In for a grilling. We had Bill Barr, former Attorney General, in for a grilling. But for whatever reason, President Clinton didn't show up, and the Democrats on the committee don't seem to have a problem. This is the amount of preparation that went into this deposition today. These were the questions that we were prepared to ask. We've communicated with President Clinton's legal team for months now, giving them opportunity after opportunity to come in, to give us a date, and they continue to delay to the point where we had no idea whether they're going to show up today or not. I think it's very disappointing. As a result of Bill Clinton not showing up for his lawful subpoena, which again was voted on unanimously by the committee in a bipartisan manner, we will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress. So,
every word, when you go up here, you take a big chance, especially me, because I go off teleprompter about 80% of the time. But isn't it nice to have a president that can go off teleprompter? When you think? Remember the speeches Joe would make? First of all, they'd last a matter of seconds, Thank you very much.
That Trizzy so funny, y'all. Auntie, I just got that cash app. Thank you so much, Auntie. Appreciate you so much. I know you out there watching and lurking. I don't see you in the chat, but I know you watching. I appreciate you.
You ever notice Joe would always cough before a speech? State of the Union, he gets, ladies and gentlemen. And then it would be like very short. Although the one time they had him spruced up pretty good. Remember, he was high as a kite. He was floating. He was up there way up. That was a bad speech. But, hey, you get through it, you get through it. If you call it getting through,
we are.
Hey, man, one more thing I want to say, man. Trizzy is the only president I ever seen that took office and still be talking shit about the other presidents. Like, after, they be talking that shit when they be debating and, when it's time, election time, selection time, whatever, they be talking about each other and putting campaign ads up and talking about each other and stuff. But that shit over with now. And it seemed like every chance he get when he like in a press conference or something, he always saying some shit about Obama or Biden or something like, yeah, like the last presidents, they didn't do shit. Yeah, Obama, he had a chance to do it, but you see, he didn't do it. Like, and Joe Biden, he, well, what the hell? That was like the worst president we ever had, man. Trizzy, funny, man. Trizzy ain't no joke, y'all. That's why I fucks with Trizzy, man.
Following some breaking news out of Iran after Iran threatens President Trump. Take a look at this social media post right now, sharing more details of this threat. This is from the New York Post saying Iran issues a sickening assassination threat against Trump. Quote, this time it will not miss the target. And they also shared a photo of one of the assassination attempts against President Trump. All of this coming as protests continue to escalate in Iran. These are some file video of some of these protests in which reportedly hundreds, if not thousands of people have been killed.
So Iran's in big trouble. It looks to me that the people are taking over certain cities that nobody thought were really possible just a few weeks ago. We're watching the situation very carefully. I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts. And that doesn't mean boots on the ground, but it means hitting them very, very hard where it hurts. So we don't want that to happen. There have been cases like this where President Obama totally backed down. But this is something pretty incredible that's happening.
Man, you see? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like, he ain't even have to mention Obama right now, man. He still is, yeah, it's been times like this when President Obama backed down. Like, he gonna keep talking shit, man. Trizzy be talking shit. Hey, but this situation, I feel like this situation, they like creating a narrative to make it like it's okay for us to help Israel, you know, do what they trying to do, finish the job or whatever, you know. Of course, we aiding them under the table and behind closed doors. But everybody know we be helping them out and everything. But I feel like with them putting all this shit out in the media, like Iran talking about the attempt on Trizzy and doing, like, saying the protests, like getting people in the protests is getting unalived and all that. They putting that out there to give us a reason to publicly be like, yeah, we finna go step on them now. We finna help Israel, Netanyahu, and all them and go step on them. So it won't be like a bad thing or something. You know what I'm saying? Truth Lady was good. DJ was good.
Around. It's an amazing thing to watch. They've done a bad job. They've treated their people very badly, and now they're being paid back. So let's see what happens. We're watching it. We're watching it very closely.
Half ago, meanwhile, got some breaking news. You see this map on your screen. That is where the United States has military bases throughout the Middle East. Now, we can confirm that the U.S. is withdrawing some personnel from major bases across the Middle East due to heightened regional tensions. And you look at some of this in Qatar. That's the Al Udeid Air Base. You got about 8,000 to 10,000 U.S. service members. That's one of the larger bases. You got another Army base in Kuwait that's been operating for some time now, several years, if not decades. So how much of withdrawal, we do not know.
And why?
And why is the ultimate question as to whether or not we are in for some sort of military action, possibly in Iran.
Americans woke up this morning and they saw that you said help.
Do Iran got the means? Do they have the power, the military like power to basically like go to war with us? Or like, I know they warring with Israel, but like, do they have the like? Are they strong enough? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. So, but this shit all crazy, man. It's down there. They've been screaming that World War III for a long time. They keep on saying like, oh, we about to see. I remember they've been saying that for years now. We don't know. What's up, Christy?
Is on the way.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's a lot of help on the way and in different forms, including economic help from our standpoint, and not going to help Iran very much. And, you know, we put Iran out of business with their nuclear capacity, and now depending on what's actually happening, nobody's been able to give us accurate numbers about how many people they've killed.
Well, on that
but
point,
it looks
Mr.
like
President,
it could be a pretty substantial number, and that's going to be a lot of problems for them.
a lot of problems. On that point, you did say the U.S. would get involved if Iran started killing protesters.
Yeah.
They have,
Yeah.
by the many thousands, according to reports.
Well, we'll see what that is. I've heard two numbers, but we'll see what that is.
Well, now we're hearing that they're going to start hanging protesters tomorrow. So it comes back to the question, have they crossed your red line, or has the line moved?
I haven't heard about the hanging. If they hang them, you're going to see some things that I don't know what your where you come from and what your thought process is, but you'll perhaps be very happy.
What do you mean by that?
We will take very strong action. If they do such a thing, we will take very strong action.
And this strong action you're talking about, what's the end game?
The end game is to win. I like winning.
How do you define
And
that
we
in
win.
Iran?
Well, let's define it in Venezuela. Let's define it with al-Baghdadi. He was wiped out. Let's define it with Soleimani. And let's define it in Iran, where he wiped out their Iran nuclear threat in a period of about 15 minutes once the B-2s got there. And that was a complete obliteration, as it turns out, which is what I said initially. Then some questioned it, and they said, Trump was right. So we've been right about everything. We don't want to see what's happening in Iran happen. And, if they want to have protests, that's one thing. When they start killing thousands of people, and now you're telling me about hanging, we'll see how that works out for them. It's not going to work out good.
He just want to send those super troops over there, man. Them super soldiers over there, man. Trizzy crazy as hell, man. For real. Trizzy is a narcissist, y'all. Hold on one second, y'all. Hey, I feel like, man, this all a play. Like, they might not even be unaliving protesters over there. They might just be putting that out to us to make it seem like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. Y'all know how this media be and everything. They'll be like, yeah, they've been unalived thousands and thousands of protesters, and it might not even be happening. It might just be a reason for them just to, you know what I'm saying, to go over there and do what they want to do. Like, I don't know, man. This shit is all crazy, all weird. ATX, what up, fam?
As pressing the president in public called him a PDF protector, bro. He's flipped them off like, you, dude. Somebody said that dude gonna wake up, his pay gonna be $3.9. Bro said he was gonna drop a stimulus check for $2,000, right, from the tariffs. He completely forgot. He said, I said that. It's hilarious.
I did do that? When did I do that? I did 1776 for the military, right?
When will those Americans get those checks?
You said you were gonna give us
Well, I am going to. The tariff
$2,000.
money is so substantial that's coming in that I'll be able to do 2,000 sometime. I would say toward the end of the year.
$2,000.
Who has the most unhinged eating habits?
The president. The interesting thing about the president is that he eats really bad food, which is McDonald's, and then, candy and Diet Coke. But he drinks the Diet Coke all times. He has a constitution of a deity. I don't know how he's alive, but he is. And he's at Mar-a-Lago. He says he says that the only time that he eats the junk food is when he's on the road, and he wants to eat food from big corporations because he trusts it. He doesn't want to get sick when he's on the road. But when he's at Mar-a-Lago or at the White House, he's eating really good food. So I think you get this, if you travel with him, you get this idea that he's just pumping himself full of poison all day long, and you don't know how he's walking around, much less being the most energetic person, any of us have ever met.
That shit sounded so backwards. He said Trizzy be eating this fast food from these corporations while he on the road because he don't want to get sick. Like, that shit don't even make no sense, man. Like, these motherfucking fast food places are serving us bullshit, and you eating it on the road, and you 80 years old. But I mean, he been eating it his whole life. Trizzy don't give a fuck, man. Trizzy, you know he don't give a fuck when he invite a team like one of the college national champions or the NFL champs to the White House, and he got hamburgers, cheeseburgers from McDonald's and motherfucking KFC and all this bullshit there for them to eat. You know he ain't eating good. Trizzy don't care, man. Trizzy different, y'all. We got a different type of president right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. He different. Let's keep it going though, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Keep that algorithm jumping. Appreciate everybody in the building. I'm gonna watch
a
it, Truth Lady.
massive Verizon
I'm gonna check that channel out, Truth Lady.
outage or something like that. My phone isn't working. My sister's phone isn't working. Then I was going to go look at like online to see, and on TikTok there's people like, I'm from North Carolina and it's not working, and I'm in Maryland, and they're like, I'm from here, it's not working. I'm like, so my sister went up to the Verizon store and they said that a tower went down and they don't know how long it's going to take for it to come back up. Baby, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Thank God for Wi-Fi. But what if, like, I was on the road? What about people who are using like their Waze or, you know, have to take calls on the road? Like, what? This is crazy.
A major outage is hitting Verizon here on January 14th around 1 p.m. It's triggering a sudden spike in user reports nationwide. Mobile service and internet access were disrupted to hundreds of thousands of people. Again, we're continuing to follow the story. There is no root cause. We haven't gotten any information.
This kind of crazy right here. Was anybody affected by this in the chat? Did anybody like phone go out? Verizon has this big outage today. They said it was like all over. But it's kind of crazy because like they said it came from a tower going down, but that's crazy. Auntie said, "Neff, my Verizon phone is out all day. It's still out? Damn. That's crazy, Auntie. I got that Cash App too. I appreciate you too, Auntie. Damn, it's still out." And they said it's from a tower that went down or something. So if they said a tower went down, you mean to tell me this one tower that went down caused this nationwide outage everywhere? Like, I don't believe that, man. I believe like it's been like some experiments going on, testing going on. There been shit going on behind closed doors, like little stuff that they doing to cause these outages, just testing it and seeing. I don't know if it's us or another country or what, like if there's some type of war tactic type thing or something, but I'm not all the way sold on a tower going down and causing this big ass outage. I don't know.
From Verizon, but we are going to follow this. Hopefully this is just a temporary issue, but if it turns out long term, we'll keep you updated and provide you the latest information.
Man, to all the people that's using Verizon, bro, or a phone that got an outage right now, bro, they said a tower that went out or something, man, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Something is telling me, bro, spiritually, that a war is about to begin, bro. I know that might sound crazy, but it's not a coincidence that one of the towers go out with the Verizon is a big company, bro. Probably one of the biggest companies. So therefore, bro, I just got that feeling, bro, like in my heart and my soul that I don't know, bro. Things is feeling a little cold right now, and it's feeling like we might go to war, bro. So make sure y'all stock up on everything, bro, and just be prepared, man. Be prepared for anything to come.
And then ain't Verizon like the best service out of all the different networks? Don't they? Ain't that the one that had the commercials like "You hear me now? You hear me now?" Whatever. Ain't that's like they marketing like they got the best service or something? And for a tower to go down and cause an outage like that, I just don't know, man. I don't know.
Look at this. The guy's brain dead. The guy is literally brain dead in public. Okay? He'll be like, And like, no matter what you do, he's like, this is brain dead, okay? This is a brain freeze. The guy should not be one of the most powerful men in America, but he is. That's the world we live in, because he will not give up power. This is Dianne Feinstein. She died in office. She was 90 years old. She was 90 years old and she was still working, and she died in her office. And she was a senator in the United States.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy, man. They be letting these politicians, they'll let a politician be in office till they 200 years old. Motherfuckers in there can't speak no more. Like my man that he just showed first. What's his name? O'Connell, or I forgot his name. Some O'Connell or something like that. Like he been. It's like he ain't been here in some years. Like he be like. Ain't that the same dude that passed out? He be on stage like just looking around like, man, why they even got him up there? His ass need to be in a hospice somewhere.
These people are literally fighting for life. Okay? They refuse to give up power. They only give up power if they die. This is the US Senate, again, the most powerful political institution in America. These are people who are above the standard retirement age, which is 62, okay? This guy's 90 years old and he's still working. 90 years old and he's still working in the Senate. And he doesn't want to retire. Chuck Grassley.
Tell me what you think. Is there any possible way that you think he killed himself?
No.
Okay, why?
First of all, according to the reports I heard, the two officers who were supposed to be watching him were on overtime. They were extremely tired and fatigued. Allegedly, they fell asleep, falsified written reports. And the second thing was that the camera supposedly went out. To me, that's too coincidental, in my opinion. First of all, if I was in charge there and I had a guy like Epstein, I would have an officer right outside his cell. Right outside his cell, watching him nonstop, making sure that chest was going up and that chest was going down. If that officer needed to be relieved to go to the bathroom for any purpose at all, he face-to-face relief where somebody else comes, sits in that seat and does the same exact thing. How did the cameras go out? Why do you move the guy's cellmate out a couple of days before for reasons unknown and not replace him?
Yeah, I don't think he did that to himself either. I think a lot of people was like kind of feared that he might have got the run in his mouth and get the telling on other people and everything. So they just went on and erased him. That's just my opinion, though.
Why would you have someone like that alone? I'd rather have somebody else in there as an extra set of eyes and ears to keep an eye on Epstein. Because, you know, we had workers in corrections. We had suicide aides. In New York City corrections, I remember paying inmates 30 cents an hour to be suicide aides. And their whole job was to make sure that inmates who were new to correction settings wouldn't hurt themselves. I would put a suicide aide in there and have him watch the guy all day long. So, I mean, I just think he had too much information on people. And as a result, that resulted in someone taking his life. I don't think he committed suicide.
Woman sued after exposing branded turkey leg as synthetic meat. A woman purchased a turkey leg from a well-known brand, expecting it to be a normal product. To her surprise, the leg was covered in a plastic-like skin that peeled off easily with a gentle tug. As a woman who has cooked for decades, she knew immediately this wasn't membrane or fat. It was a thick layer of rubber-like, plastic-like material. It felt like an industrial product, and it made a plastic-like sound. Even more astonishing, this material tightly encased the entire turkey leg.
Hey, the food industry so fucked up right now, y'all. Like, I don't know. It ain't nothing safe. Ain't nothing safe. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I'm talking about nothing. Like, the best thing to do is be making your own food at home, growing everything. You got to make your own bread. You got to grow your own vegetables. You got to grow your own fruit. And then, like, I don't know. I guess if you want animals, you damn near got to get your own animals and everything to know what you eating, because ain't none of this shit right no more, man. Like, I'll be so annoyed with this food especially like knowing all this 3D meat. I don't think no meat is real no more. Like these fast food restaurants, chicken tenders and all that shit. I don't think. I used to just be like, I used to think that was the safest route to go. Oh yeah, chicken tenders, they can't do too much to this, or some fish or something. But the chicken tenders be looking like they all 3D. If you open them up and you see how they just perfectly sequenced and everything, look like it came from a 3D machine, man. Creators create. Appreciate that super chat, fam. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You gotta grow your own food, man. The bread ain't right, ain't nothing right. This crazy right here.
Yeah, it's time to stop eating bread. This is crazy.
In my first video, I said the shop attendants claimed this meat came from Pakistan, but many people didn't believe it.
Hey, and it's been confirmed. This is a real video, y'all. This was a real video. They put it through the AI tester, all that. This is not AI. This was a real leg. This is a human leg in a grocery store overseas, y'all. Like, I seen videos, people like, because a lot of people was like me. I'm like, man, I don't, like, this ain't no way this can be real. This gotta be AI, but this was a real video, y'all. You mean to tell me like we at that point now where they can put a whole leg in a grocery store? I know it's not over here, it's over there, but it's just a matter of time before we got some legs and some arms and shit over here in the grocery store.
Now listen carefully for yourself. Pay close attention. You'll hear the shop attendant clearly confirming that it's a Pakistan leg.
То самое чувство, когда идешь мимо магазина мяса и видишь вот такую ногу и думаешь, this is human, yes, bro? Human.
Pakistan leg.
Pakistan, пакистанец там, понятно. Ага, пакистанцы, нормально.
I hope you've now listened to the full video.
And then they said that's a human Pakistan leg. It came from Pakistan. Man, they out. Man, this shit is crazy, y'all.
This isn't something I said to intentionally disgrace Pakistan or any country. I only repeated what was stated in the video itself. That's the truth as it was presented. Thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Which is the dirtiest bottled water brand in the United States? Most Americans might know that the cleanest bottled water brand in the USA is Evian. So which is the dirtiest bottled water brand in the United States? 5th place, Smart Water by the Coca-Cola Company.
Damn.
Smart Water is vapor distilled with added electrolytes, but loaded with microplastics from plastic bottles and chemical leaching.
And I thought Smart Water was okay. I thought it was at least decent. That shit crazy.
Tasting like enhanced plastic regret. 2,025 studies detect high synthetic polymers, no natural minerals, and complaints of flat, artificial mouthfeel. 4th place, Poland Spring by Blue Triton Brands. Poland Spring is marketed as natural spring, but contaminated with PFAS and industrial runoff, feeling like false purity. Consumer Reports 2025 flags, detectable forever chemicals, metallic notes, and ecosystem damage from over-extraction in Maine. 3rd place, Essentia by Nestle Waters. Essentia is ionized alkaline water with high pH, but microplastic contamination and artificial processing.
Damn. I even thought the Essential was straight just because they tricked me with it say high alkaline on the bottle and everything, like high pH levels and all this stuff and everything. And I thought that was a good one. This shit, man.
Loaded like overhyped clean, EWG, detects bottle-leached chemicals. 2025 blind tests show chemical aftertaste, and users report stomach upset from high alkalinity. In the 2nd place, Core Hydration by The Wonderful Company. Core Hydration is electrolyte enhanced with plastic leaching and high microplastics, feeling like premium bottled tap. 2025 Orb Media studies show synthetic particles, no superior purity, and complaints of metallic taste and bloating from additives. Before announcing the 1st place, Comment in the section below the brand you think is the dirtiest in the United States. The brand ranks first is filtered municipal tap water with added salts for bitter chemical bite and low pH harming tooth enamel. Rotten like sewer like swill.
Definitely the tap water over here. I don't give a fuck where you at. On the whole nation. The tap water probably the worst for sure. Horrible. Ain't no telling. I know they ain't cleaning it out all the way. GLC was good. Big Ant was good. All right, Gore, you said to that Russian guy, hold on, man. You said what? Asking in English, what is that, a leg? That here in that was in the USA? Was it? No, because they were speaking a different language. I don't know though. I didn't understand what was really going on.
Highest microplastic levels among major brands. Poor EWG transparency, and dead last in 2025 sommelier. Blind taste tests for artificial additives. That's Dasani by the Coca-Cola Company.
So this whole time, you mean to tell me, y'all been walking around with...
Oh yeah, Dasani probably worse than tap water. Dasani is horrible, y'all. That's the most horrible water I ever had in my life. I ain't gonna lie. Dasani, they need to discontinue that shit. I don't even know how they still selling Dasani. And it's crazy because when I be getting on these planes, a lot of these planes, like a lot of these airlines, all of them, most of them, that's what they got, Dasani. I'm like, man, y'all got Dasani? Man, come on, man. That Dasani is garbage.
Dead people. That's why it stinks. Some of you bitches just can't be natural, huh? So you have surgeons coming out, they saying that they are using donor fat from deceased people for BBL procedures. Now they say it start out at 10K. If they coming out saying this now, y'all, you bitches been walking around with dead people. Look at this.
Patients are sometimes very thin, or maybe have already had liposuction. Aloe is cadaveric fat. So it's fat that has been donated from a person who passed away. And then it has been cleaned of any genetic material. And right now it's just for the body. When it's injected into the body's own fat cells sort of hug the cadaveric fat cells. And about 75 to 100% of the cadaveric fat cells survive.
So they taking stuff from unalive bodies and putting it into these women for BBLs and men too, I guess. For BBLs. That's what they doing now. That's crazy work. Jen S was good. Megan was good.
Ain't giving dead ass serious a real meaning. Are y'all really walking around with fat disease? Now every time I see somebody with a BBL, I'm gonna be like, bitch, you got your dead auntie on you, wearing it as an outfit. Nah, just I'm just playing. Y'all gotta make a little junky talk. What's so crazy? Still about to have insecure females who don't love their body, who don't love their looks. Get this, they just want to look good for a nigga, not they self, but for a nigga.
I got this from the series Fallout, y'all. I want y'all to see this and everything. When I was telling y'all about how my man designed a chip that he put in the people. This the dude I was talking about, and he put a chip into him right there. And just listen to what he say. I'm like, man, this basically some Elon Musk type shit that's going on right now in the world.
How would you like to forget everything you've ever known? Everyone you've ever known?
It worked.
Let's begin.
It's crazy right there. Make you think about everything that's going on, especially with those, Elon's little thing that he's trying to put into everybody. Well, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying, those chips that supposedly supposed to help people that are paralyzed and everything, but I think it's more to it than that. For real. Red Cap, what up with you? We gonna keep it going though. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping, y'all. This basically was Neuralink before Neuralink ever was. You know what I'm saying? This back in the day. This part of this the series right here. This was like back in the 50s or 60s or something. They were just showing like a scene of how things happened back then. Crazy work.
Oh, let's listen in.
So we had great numbers introduced today. We had a wonderful speech in front of great people in Detroit, mostly in the car business, and we're setting records in manufacturing. It's going very well. I think people appreciated what I had to say in terms of the numbers. So we're very happy about that. I'm going back to the White House now. We're going to look at the whole situation that's going on in Iran. It's really bad stuff. Minnesota is going to have to take care of itself for a little while. We have tremendous theft and fraud going on in that state because you have an incompetent governor, grossly incompetent governor, and a corrupt governor. But we'll straighten that out. But Iran is on my mind when I see the kind of death that is happening over there, we think. So we're going to get some accurate numbers. I'll have it in about 20 minutes. We'll get some accurate numbers as to what's happening with regard to the killing. The killing looks like it's significant, but we don't know yet for certain. I'll know within 20 minutes.
What if the world lost gravity for 7 seconds? Do y'all know how devastating that can be? If that was to happen, do you know what will happen? Not just to us, but to everything that's movable. First, I'm talking about maybe 80 to 90% of the world will be gone. I mean, like humans, animals, gone. Just think about it. The earth loses gravity for 7 seconds. That means we're going up. Everything that's down is going up. And what happens when you go up? Everything that goes up must come down, right? And
where's this theory at? Like, they got a theory saying that the earth might lose gravity for 7 seconds. Like, this is my first time hearing about this. Like, now they trying to throw that out there on us too now. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Boss lady, what's good? Salute to you, man. Enjoy your family. Thank you for stopping by. Showing love.
Thing is, you're not even going to be safe in the airplane because once everything loses gravity, everything stops working. Cars, planes, everything. Internet is gone. Everything's gone for them 7 seconds. The ones that I think that'll be able to survive is the people that have bunkers. Or if you have something like underground where you can stop yourself from going up. But everything will feel crazy. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, y'all, is because allegedly this is supposed to happen in August of 2026.
America has been completely betrayed by arch technocrats who have taken over Washington, D.C. The so-called Dark Enlightenment wants to turn us into a monarchy. Tokenization is flipping us into an asset-based economic system where you will own nothing. AI is shoving us into a digital gulag. Like it or not, you must face this beast, either to destroy it or learn to live with it.
He said AI shoving us into a digital gulag. Damn.
Well, I've been warning for 15 years. I'm not a prophet for sure. I'm not a predictor. I have been a trend forecaster for many, many decades, and this is basically the trend that's being established even right before our eyes. I've been warning so long, I just can't believe it at this point. So hopefully you can heed my warnings at this point. So, okay, what is technocracy in the first place? I always give this definition just to set the stage for where we need to go. Technocracy is a movement, historical movement. In fact, it's almost 100 years old. 2032, it will be 100 years old. Started at Columbia University, by the way. However, the Technocrat magazine They actually had a magazine. There's a cover. This is what they said about themselves in 1937. Technocracy is the science of social engineering, the scientific operation of the entire social mechanism, to produce and distribute goods and services to the entire population.
Said this shit been around 100 years, man. Let me get on. Well, I don't know why Nightbite been tripping. It's been tripping the other day too, timing people out and everything, man. Let me get Nightbot together, man. Y'all should be able to share links. Hold on, man. I'm turning this shit off, man. Nightbot tripping. I don't mind links being shared in my chat, Nightbot. Quit all that bullshit. Okay, let me turn it off. Disabled everything. It's disabled. Should be able to do everything. Try to send the link again.
For the first time in human history, it'll be done as a scientific, technical, engineering problem. It goes on. There will be no place for politics, politicians, finance, or financiers, racketeers or racketeers. Technocracy will distribute by means of a certificate of distribution available to every citizen from birth to death. Sounds cozy, doesn't it? All your needs are met by the technocracy. Really. Well, just note especially, there will be no place for politicians or politics. The scientists of that day thought, what's the use of politics if you have the truth on your side, the scientific truth on your side? They saw it as like a binary decision. Either you have it or you don't. If science says, you just do it without any discussion. Well, this is where we find ourselves today with basically our political system being neutered, if you will. And if these technocrats could have their way, they would throw the whole lot of politicians out of Washington, D.C. and just basically take over and run the whole thing themselves according to their algorithms, etc.
Hey, it's crazy because if it ain't happened already, I believe like in the future, we gonna have some like AI type humanoid robots that's gonna be politicians, that's gonna be in politics. I'm sure it might already be happening now, but I'm just saying, like, the way it's set up and the way it's looking and how they try to portray this shit to be so smart and everything, like, why wouldn't they have like a robot or a fucking computer or something running shit that they getting answers from? They already probably doing that, but I'm talking about like a real presence, physical type humanoid AI robot type thing that's gonna be right in politics, and people ain't even gonna know. They gonna think it's just a real person. For real.
Well, the Technocracy study course that was written in 1934 sheds a little bit of light on how these people think.
J-Man, what up?
Technocracy is dealing with social phenomena in the widest sense of the word. This includes not only actions of human beings, but also everything which directly or indirectly affects their actions. Consequently, the studies of technocracy embrace practically the whole field of science and industry. Now, listen carefully here. Biology, climate, natural resources, and industrial equipment all enter into the social picture. Biology, climate, and natural resources. Fast forward to the United Nations establishing Agenda 21 in 1992. It was all about sustainable development. It was an economic system, a resource-based economic system that they established at the under the auspices of the United Nations. That was intentional, by the way. But biology, climate, and natural resources, this was the genesis of where this whole old doctrine came into play in the first place. Yes, it was technocracy that first defined the whole mantra, if you will.
What if I told you that the United States doesn't want to buy Greenland for national security, but that we want to buy it for our tech billionaires to create the world's first ever AI hub? Stick with me. Peter Thiel has made it clear that he wants to turn Greenland into the world's first ever freedom city, with a government run by technology, not the people. And not only that, but Greenland has the perfect climate for the massive AI data centers that are needed. Plus, all of those rare earth minerals that are untapped are perfect to manufacture consumer electronics. This is probably why, before the United States even talked about buying Greenland, Jeff Bezos, Sam Altman, and Bill Gates invested in the idea. Because it's been their plan for a while now. They just needed to get all of the pieces in place. For one, they needed one of their own guys to broker the deal. And guess who got sworn in late last year to be the ambassador to Greenland? Ken Howry, one of the original PayPal mafia guys. In other words, he was one of the guys that started PayPal with Elon Musk and Peter Thiel. And just last night, President Trump tweeted that the United States is no longer going to be footing the bill for these giant AI centers, and that the United States is #1 in AI data centers, and that that's the key to keeping Americans free and secure. So in other words, buying Greenland is a win-win for his donors and the American people. Because after all, our alliance with NATO gives us a permanent U.S. military presence in Greenland. But it doesn't give us access to build the world's first ever AI hub, city, and win the AI race. Plus,
man, they definitely got their hands in it. It's definitely something. It's definitely something. For Trizzy to just come out of nowhere and be like, yeah, like basically we want Greenland. Like, it's all set up, man. And they fuck around, they go get it too.
we all know that politics is a I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and Peter Thiel has funded J.D. Vance's whole entire career and President Trump's campaigns. So he's due for a payout. So if given the opportunity, would you move to Freedom City? And how free do you think it will actually be? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Freedom City, all billionaires and millionaires and trillionaires or whatever over there. Bunkers and a whole smart, basically a whole smart country. They probably, man, oh man, that's crazy work.
Vegas just changed how 911 works, and almost nobody is talking about it. Police here are launching drone skyports across the city. These aren't toys. These are autonomous drones that launch the moment a 911 call comes in.
I've been seeing the drones too, y'all. I've been seeing the drones. They've been launching the drones out here. Like, it's crazy. Like, somebody call 911 and they need, like, basically somebody to get there immediately, ASAP. They send a drone out. The drone go fly over the spot, get a visual, get the, like, this shit crazy. This is like some futuristic shit for real. This definitely like the Colony series that I watched with the drones coming in and arresting people and shooting people and stuff. That shit crazy.
Instead of waiting for a patrol car stuck in traffic, a drone can be there in seconds and often on scene before officers even arrive. That means live video for dispatch, better information for officers, and faster decisions during real emergencies. This is huge for a city like ours with massive events, tourists everywhere, and constant growth. It can help find missing people, manage active situations, reduce response times, and even keep officers safer by knowing what they're walking into. Whether you love it or hate it, this is where cities are heading. As a local realtor, stuff like this matters because public safety, infrastructure, and response times directly impact neighborhoods and long-term property values. So here's the real question. Would you feel safer knowing that drones could reach an emergency before police, or does that cross a line for you?
It's just a matter of time before them motherfucking drones get to tripping, just like I'm trying to tell y'all, that series, the Colony series, eventually, now they sending them out just for surveillance and to gather information. But eventually they probably these drones go be getting more and more innovative. Motherfucking drone might pull up and have an AR-15 attached to it. And if you're doing something wrong, hey, you committing a crime, it's gonna get to talking to people, pulling up, whoo, hey, you just did, and let you get the trip into something. The drone just go let off. That's some futuristic shit. I know that's probably over some people's head. They probably, yeah, right, but okay. It's just the beginning. This shit gonna be all over everywhere.
If you want more local breakdowns like this that actually affect daily life here, hit subscribe. I post these all the time.
So this nigga worth $1 trillion and you're telling me he's real. He's not real. He's not real. 713.2 billion? That does.
Yeah, that boy got a lot of money. Hey, Danny, no, I mean, it depends on the day, I guess. It be empty sometimes and everything. Like, I don't live close to the strip, you know what I'm saying? I'm outside the strip, but every time I go down to the strip, it'd be a lot of people and everything. It's still, you know, it ain't like it used to be, but it's still a lot of traffic out here for sure.
Doesn't even make sense. He's worth more than everybody in the world combined. Like, where are we?
We want to make Star Trek real. Okay? We want to make Starfleet Academy real. So that it's not always science fiction, but one day the science fiction turns to science fact. And we have spaceships going through space, big spaceships, with people going to other planets,
right,
to the moon, and ultimately going beyond our star system to other star systems, where we may meet aliens or discover long-dead alien civilizations. I don't know, but we want to go and we want to see what's happening, and we want to have epic futuristic spaceships with lots of people in them traveling to places we've never been to before.
How about this? Star Trek real.
Star Trek real. Yes.
That shit crazy because they laughing and people think it's a joke, but he dead serious. He is not playing. He's so serious. But everybody else laughing, man. That's crazy, man. For real. But salute to everybody who tapped in, man. Appreciate all y'all. Stay on wave, y'all. Take it day by day. Protect your peace watching these videos. Still keep that love around. Keep that good energy around. Keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we will win. Even with all this crazy stuff going on, we will find a way to win somehow, some way. Salute to my content management moderators. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate the cash apps. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I appreciate all y'all, man. Always showing love and showing up. I swear I appreciate all y'all. I know I say it all the time, but I'm going to keep on saying it. Thank you so much. It's your boy Thao, FamOver TV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
FamOver.